7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey there guys, so I'm back with Dino Fury, episode 3 of series 2, Missing Pieces. Now the episode starts off with, we introduce with a new monster, Oracle, or Octacle, I think it's called, and his ability can find Sporix. He has super sight, so yes, and there is another idea that Slyther has created with this magical amulet. He's able to erase the Rangers' memories and trick them to something else, and that's kind of cool. Meanwhile, Solon is getting an update because lately her calculations have been kind of wrong in some way. They discover that Rafkon, they found where Rafkon originally is with the 3 suns, but they still can't find the planet. Later on, there's been a monster attack. You got Octacle. The Rangers fight with Slyther and Mucus. Slyther uses the magical amulet to trick the Rangers and to erase their memories. So instead of fighting monsters, they see a giant big pickle. And it's so bonkers and it's so funny because, like, honestly, there's a lot of, like, if you're an adult, yeah, there's some really jokes you can make fun of, like, oh, it's so big and juicy. I was just like, oh my god, did they actually say that? Even Soren was like, hey, why? Even like, I even was slagging off Soren Saurus to say, you've been wrong the past few times. Why should we believe you now? And eventually, later on, thanks to Buzz Blast, they found out, oh, actually, we've been tricked. Meanwhile, Zayto uses the cosmic Dino Fury Megazord to head off to where Rafkon was to find the planet. Unfortunately, no such luck, but they managed to find a beacon, or a black box, you should say. We do get a cool Megazord fight. No, actually, we don't get a Megazord fight. What am I saying? So we don't get a Megazord fight. We get to see the Dino Fury cycle, I think, in this episode. I can't remember. I've watched this episode like a couple of weeks ago. Again, I don't mind it. I just wish it was more practical. So yeah, Octacle was not destroyed in this episode, but it did manage to capture a bunch of Sporix, which we'll later on find out in the next episode. But with the 2 beacons they have, which Zayto has gathered from space, and the one they actually, the voice call back in like the early episodes of series 1, they combine them together and they have to find more pieces, which it's really setting up some really great stuff. I mean, overall, the episode isn't like anything amazing. I think it was funny in some places. I thought it was still very entertaining. So I gotta give this episode like a 3.5 out of 5. It's a really good episode. Nothing memorable because the monster was never destroyed or there wasn't really a Megazord fight. We get to see the Megazord in space. Cool, whatever. But yeah, pretty good episode.